Hi students, today we will discuss about pair of linear equations in two variables. In previous classes, you learn about linear equation. What is a linear equation? A linear equation is of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. In this linear equation, we have two variables. What are these? X and y are two variables. X and y are variables. This is the single linear equation. In this linear equation, we have x and y are variables. Now here we have pair of linear equations in two variables. Variables are two, but here in this we have two equations. So in last year you observe. Suppose I will take the equation x minus 2y is equal to 0. So x minus 2y is equal to 0. This is the linear equation. Suppose if x is equal to 0, x, y. If x is equal to 0, then what is the value of y? So 0 minus 2y is equal to 0. That implies y is equal to also 0. Suppose same let if x is equal to, I will take minus 1. So minus 1 minus 2 into y equal to 0. So minus 2y is equal to 1 and y equal to minus 1 by 2. That means minus 1.5. So minus 1.5. And again 1. 1 minus 2y is equal to 0. So that implies 2y is equal to 1 and y equal to 1 by 2. That means 1.5. And again I will take x equal to 2. Then 2 minus 2y equal to 0. 2y is equal to 2 and y equal to 1. So if we take the values of x and the values of if we take x values and it will give the y values. Now if we draw this for graph this is 0 and this is x axis and this is y axis. So 1 2 3 4, here also 1 2 3 4, here 1 2 3 4, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4. And if we observe, if x is equal to 0 0, this is the point 0 0. And if x is equal to minus 1 and y is minus 1.5. So minus 1.5 is here. And next if x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1.5. So here. And next if x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. That means x is equal to 2, y equal to 1 here. So it will give a line like this. So observe that in one variable it takes a straight line. So each point in the line, each point in this line satisfies this point and this point and this point satisfies the line, satisfies the equation x minus 2y is equal to 0. So every point in this line is a solution of this equation. So every point in a straight line satisfies the equation. So but in pair of linear equations we will take two linear equations. So a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. That is the first equation. And a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. This is the second equation. Now these two are the pairs. So pair of linear equations in two variables, x and y are variables. Now we will discuss about the graphical representation of these linear equations. Graphical representation of both these two linear equations. So now we will discuss about graph of pair of linear equations in two variables. So suppose if we draw a graph of two linear equations. So this is one linear equation and another this is another linear equation. So first these are linear equation 1 and this is linear equation 2. So both are parallel. And if two lines are intersecting each other, that means like this. So this is linear equation 1 and this is linear equation 2. So these are intersecting of two linear equations. And next third one is coincidence. That means suppose if we take this linear equation and the next linear equation is also same like this, or otherwise extension of this straight line. So this is coincidence lines. So in pair of linear equations we have three types of linear equations. First one is both linear equations are parallel, and second one is both linear equations are intersect each other, and the third one is coinciding lines. So now first we will discuss about intersecting of two lines, intersecting of two linear equations. So I will take an example. So I will take two linear equations. First one is x minus 2y is equal to 0, and the second one is 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So now we will draw both of these linear equations for graph. If x is equal to 0, so putting some values of x, then we will get the values of y. I will take the values of x as 0. If x is equal to 0, we will get y is equal to as 0. Suppose if x is equal to minus 3, then y equal to minus 1.5. And suppose if x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. If x is equal to 6, y is equal to 3. And if x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to minus 1. So now I will draw the graph for these points. This is 0. So now what are the points? 0, 0. This is 0, 0. And minus 3, minus 1.5 here. Minus 3, minus 1.5. This is 0, 0. And next one is 2, 1. Here 2, and this is 2, 1. And next 6, 3. Here 6, 3. And next minus 2, minus 1. So minus 2, minus 1 here. So if we if we plot the graph, so we will get a straight line. So this is 6, 3. And next again, if we draw for this linear equation, suppose I will take the values of x and y. So I will take x is equal to 0. Then what is the value of y? Here 0, 4y is equal to 20 and y is equal to 5. And next x is equal to 1. We will get 4.25. And now x is equal to 2. Then we will get 3.5. Now if x is equal to minus 1, then 5.15. 5.75. So now we will draw for this linear equation in this graph. So 0, 5. Here this is 0 and at y axis this is 0 and 5. Here 5. 0, 5. And next 1, 4.25. Here 1, 4.25. So here 1, 4.25. And next 2, 3.5. 2, 3.5. And next minus 1, 5.75. Here minus 1, 5.75. Here minus 1, 5.75. If we draw this graph, so this intersects the line. So the intersecting point here, that is 4, 2. The intersecting point 4, 2. 4, 2 is the only solution for this both linear equations. So 4, 2 is the only solution for both linear equations. So for intersecting lines, there is only one solution, that is the unique solution. So unique solution is represented by the intersecting of the two intersecting point of the two linear equations. And next second one is parallel. If I take the linear equations x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. So now we will draw both these linear equations graph. First equation, x plus 2y is equal to x plus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. So I will take the values of x. If I take x is equal to minus 1, then the value of y is equal to 2.5. And if we take x is equal to 0, we will get y is equal to 2. And if x is equal to 1, we will get 1.5. And in x is equal to 2, we will get 1. And x is equal to 3, we will get 0.5. So, and for next 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. So, for this equation, I will take x values as same of above. We will get minus 1. If x is equal to minus 1, then we will get 3.5. If x is equal to 0, we will get 3. And in for x is equal to 1, we will get 2.5. And for in x is equal to 2, we will get 2, and for x is equal to 3, we will get 0.5. So now we draw this two linear equations. We will draw graph. This is 0, then x dash and y dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and minus 6. Now we plot the points. Minus 1 comma 2.5. So this is minus 1 and 2.5 here. Minus 1 comma 2.5. And next 0 comma 2. So 0 comma 2. And next 1 comma 1.5. So 1 comma 1.5. 1 comma 1.5. And next 2 comma 1. Here 2 comma 1, and next 3 comma 0.5 here. So if we draw, this is the line, this is the line, and next minus 1 comma 3.5. So minus 1 comma 3.5 here. Minus 1 comma 3.5, and next 0 comma 3. So here 0 comma 3. Next 1 comma 2.5 here. 1 comma 2.5, and next 2 comma 2. So this is here, and next 3 comma 0.5. So here. Sorry, 1.5. So if we draw this line, observe these two are parallel lines. So these two lines are parallel lines. So we don't have any common points on both of these two lines. So in this we have no solutions. No solutions. So there is no common point of this both two linear equations. So such linear equations is called inconsistent linear equations. So such linear equations are called inconsistent. Inconsistent linear equations. Inconsistent linear equations. And the next one is third one, coincidence. So I will take two linear equations. First one is 2x plus 5y equal to 9, and second one 4x plus 10y equal to 18. So first one, 2x plus 5y is equal to 9. If I take x as a minus 1, we will get the value of y is 2.2. And if I take x is equal to 0, 1.8. And I will take 1.4. And if I will take x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. And if I take x is equal to 4, y is equal to 0.2. And for the second linear equation, 4x plus 10y is equal to 18. For x, y, same values I will take minus 1, we will get 2.2, and 0 we will get 1.8, and here 1, 1.4, 2, 1, 4, 0.2. So here we observe, if I take x values as -1, in both the equations, the y values are same. In both the linear equations, the y values are same. So now we will draw the graph of these linear equations. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, 1, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So first -1, comma 2.2, -1, comma this is y and this is y dash, -1, comma 2.2 here, -1, comma 2.2, and next 0, comma 1.8, 0, comma 1.8 here, sorry, here 0, comma 1.8, next 1, comma 1.4 here, 1, comma 1.4, and next 2, comma 1 here, next 4, comma 0.2, so here. So if we join the points, we will get a line like this, and for the second equation also same points, so the line is this only. So both lines are, if I take another points, the line will extend like this, otherwise like that. So these lines are known as coincidence lines. These lines are known as coincidence lines. Coincidence. These lines are known as coincident lines. So first observe these two equations. These two equations have a relationship. But what is the relationship? If we multiply this equation with 2, we will get the second equation. So if we multiply this first equation with 2, we will get a second equation. So this pair of linear equations is known as a dependent pair of linear equations. Dependent pair of linear equations. So if first equation and second equation have any relation, then these linear equations are known as dependent pair of linear equations. So in this we have infinite number of solution, both have common number of solutions. So